This story begins 800 years ago in ancient Srikistan. We see a spaceship landing, causing a terrible storm in the desert. Nearby people flee for their lives. Among them, a girl drops her necklace in the sand as she runs. The scene shifts to the present day, 800 years later. A road now runs where the spaceship landed, and a girl finds the same necklace that fell from the other girl's neck long ago. A professor examines it, saying it's very old and likely valuable. She's thrilled to hear this. Just then, a man named John arrives, claiming that anything found there belongs to him. She responds that this land is Chinese, and anything found here belongs to the Chinese government. Upset, John leaves. We learn that she and her team are here researching. After years of research, they discovered that hundreds of years ago, a city called Loulan existed beneath this land. They found wooden pieces there, which when assembled formed a map of Loulan City. Looking at this map and the girl's necklace, the professor created a story. The state of the underground city told them that 800 years ago, something must have happened there, and it wasn't. But then when the storm intensified, it was destroyed. The scene shifts to a nearby location. We're now looking at the place they were discussing. This place was called Yemen, where people fled to escape the storm. These people barely managed to reach the temple, but Jin's condition had become very bad. It had deteriorated. We learned that Jin was the king of Loulan City, but now his condition was poor. He was living his final moments. During this time he tells Amit to beware of his brother, who isn't a good person. As soon as he says this, Jin dies and they sadly enter the temple. She was pleading with God to save the city from famine. As she prayed, the temple lamps continued to burn. Suddenly, a bright light shone from a glass inside the temple, as if it were the sun. Then the glass shattered on the ground. Ziman thought God was trying to communicate through the glass, while Sen left and went to the desert. In the present, we see her and her professor's team now collecting old artifacts from Lola Chair to return to the university, unaware that someone was following them or that two people were hiding on their train who were actually in league with their enemy John. John wanted to keep all the items from Loulan City because Loulan City ceased to exist 800 years ago, and if anyone discovers it today, the government will offer a substantial reward for proof of Loulan City's existence. After getting it, the young man wanted to get the prize from the government himself. It is now shown that June's entrepreneur he is shooting. They were, for Locke saved from their hands the goods of the city of Loulan. Before they hit them, they were on the train at once. All the passengers sitting stood up. They had pistols in their hands, and we found out that it was actually Chinese soldiers who were there. The two pick up the colleagues and throw them out of the train, after which he starts checking his luggage as soon as he opens the suitcase. It looks like the same mirror that we saw near Yemen 800 years ago. Seeing this mirror, he was scared because this mirror was broken, and he thought it might have happened because of him. But that fact, I don't know if this mirror was broken in my house. Even after trying hard, he does not connect the glass. I'm shown Yemen again looking at that glass again. I was doing beyond God to fix everything beyond him. As soon as we did, we saw that there was a strange magic inside the glass, and that glass started connecting automatically in the present time in the same way. It was also beginning to connect, and from inside that glass,